So as we are done creating the time in range bars, let's proceed now to create the YX labels like 250, 180, 70, 54. Let's proceed to that. Let's collapse this first and this one. Now let's say const y-axis ticks. Let's give an array. Then here the tick should be in 250, the first tick, and the x coordination is going to be left, and y coordination to be top plus very high range height plus the white space between bars y-axis ticks dot map tick and those cdx dot fill text. Fill text is used to write a text over the chart. So the tick should be tick.tick, and the x-axis coordination should be tick.x, and for that we need to qualify the width of the tick. Text width. Okay, yeah, we didn't create the text width list. Text const text width. We'll accept text value, then const text width cdx dot measure x, the text this one dot width plus yeah, this is the text width. So now let's return that text width plus 2. So the text width is the actual width of the text, and we are adding 2 pixels for a padding. Great. Now let's go here. Yeah, text width. This one tick.tick dot tick, and the y coordination is tick dot y. Start our drawing here, cdx dot save and ctx dot fill style, and the style should be colors dot black, because all of the wax ticks are black color, so we need a black color here. So I hope you remember this. We have a time and range colors here, so the black color is this one. Great. And next one is x dot. Now let's restore our drawing. cdx restore. Okay, now let's check. Great. So yeah, so it's done. Now we need a little bit fix on this one. We need to push the 250 label a little bit down. So let's give here like +4. Great. So next one is going to be 180, and this has to be left. This one should be a target height. Wonderful. Yeah, same for the others. 180, this is going to be 𝐀𝐦𝐿. So this one has to be, yeah, let's forget this one for now. Now 70, and then pre-low, pre-low head. Great. Same thing here, which is going to be 54, and very low head. So what is left is this one, the 𝐀𝐦𝐿. So for that, it's placed in the middle of the target range. So we need to calculate the height to the middle of the target range. So let's go here and const top to middle to middle of the target range. Target range, top to middle of target range. So that should be pre-target range height plus target range height divided by 2. So this is it. Let's go here and update this one. Let's put it right here. Now we have a 4 here, so let's specify a variable for that. Const, let's th fix. This means tickets height fix. So let's make a 4 and update this one too, this one too, all of them. Yes. So now if you want to make a slight change like this, so you can do something like that. Wonderful. Now let's remove the y-axis grids. Let's go to the options. This is false. Great. Our next step is creating the lines. So let's collapse this, and let's get started. But before we get started, let me explain a little bit about the lines property. So the line which is under the very high label is, as you can see, in the middle of the orange bar, and the line for the high label is in the middle of yellow bar. So for every of them, if you can look at them, they are at the middle of the every bars. So for example, to draw this line, we need a starting point. We need to find out the starting point and the end point of the line. So as you can see, we need to start from here, and we need the finished drawing right here. So to determine the starting point, we need something like, okay, we have a left, and then the width of the bar, then the gap between the bar and the lines. So for the x-axis, we find that, and for the y-axis, we need the top, which is from here to here, and we need half of the very high bar height. For example, to draw this whole line, we will start from here, and we finish here. Then for the vertical line between the very high and high, we need our starting point is here, and our end point is here. So first thing that we need to determine is top to middle of the very high range, and that's going to be top, plus we have top, and then we need to start at the middle of the very high bar. So very high and very high range divided by 2. Yeah, this is, so this means, which is this one, it's around here where the very high line starts. Okay, let's go for the next one. Next one is const top to middle of the high range bar. We have top plus we have the very high height plus one white space between bars plus the half of the high range height. That's it. But instead of saying this, for this one we have already calculated something like this one, pre-height range, you see. So we can use this one instead of using the whole calculation. So next one is top, the line which is between very high and high, which goes from the center of the chart to the end of the chart, which is the underline for 53 percentile. So let's find for that. So const top to very high and high average is going to be, always we have top plus very high range height by 2 plus very high range height plus the high range height, and then we divided this by 4, which means same as 5, and then one white space, because there is one white space between very high and high bars. All right, and next one is const top to middle range. Yeah, but we have already calculated it. I think around here we have the top to middle target range, so we don't need to calculate for that. So next one is top to the middle of low range, and this is going to be pre-low, right, plus the low range height divided by 2. So this is actually, let me show you, for this one, for the line in the middle of the low bar. So what are we doing is, we have already calculated from the height from here to here. So to determine this point, what we need to do is, okay, we have this all plus half of this one, half of this part. So it's that easy. Okay, and the next one is top to middle of the very low range, and that's going to be pre very low range plus the very low range height. Right. All right. And the next one is we need one more value, which is bottommost line point. So this is for this one, the bottommost line. We are calculating a value for that. So that's going to be top plus the height of the chart plus bottom times we can say kind of 0.1. sorry, this means the around 13% of the bottom height. So yeah, so this one is just it's for this one, the starting point for this one. So what are we doing is we have this one, which is top, and we have the height of the chart, and then plus this is a bottom. So we are taking like 13% of the bottom. Great. So next one is coordinations of the starting point and end point of the lines. So let's call label lines. But before we define our lines, you need to read a little bit about how you can draw lines over a canvas element, which means Chart.js uses a canvas element. So you can see this one. These are the two methods that we will use in this video. So let's define the line method. So the first method should be kind of move to, and the coordination is the net is going to be okay. We have left. This is for x-axis, and we have bar width. This is actually an array. Let's see if this left bar width is by 2. This is for the left, and from the top we need to. Okay, this is actually for the this line for the goal less than 5%. So what are we doing is, okay, we have a left, and then we need half of the bar. Now we need to define this point, I mean the turning point. Then we will also define at the end point. So so it's line, I mean 2, then coordination arg, and it is going to be left plus bar width still divided by 2, then top times we are drawing the line from the middle of the very high bar to 15% of the height of the top. And the next one is the method is still line 2, and coordinate is left plus bar width plus space bar to line, and then still top times 0.15. all right. Next one is a very high start point. So I start point. So move to space left to lines means from the left to the starting point of the lines, and we need top to middle of very high, middle of very high range. Next one is the end point of the very high line. So line 2, this should be small, and this else, I'm sorry, they have to be small. Sure. Now left plus width, half of the width of the chart. Yeah, so to determine this point, we have left plus half of width of the chart. Because width of the chart is this one, we need half of it. So left plus half of the width of the chart. Okay, so from top, we still using top to middle of the very high range. Okay, here we use it very low, I'm sorry. So very high range. Next is a line that connects very high and high. So for that, still same thing, but right here we need top to middle of high range. Top to middle of the high range. Okay, so let's start to draw these lines first before we go further. So _cdx.save as always, and cdx.begin pass. Label lines.map and line cdx of line dot method. So for example, right here we are saying ctx dot if the method is move to, so we are saying okay, ctx dot move and then the coordination line dot coordinate. Yeah, so let's put it right here because it's an array. Okay, next one is cdx dot stroke. We are defining the line scalar. Next one is ctx dot line width. This is the width of the line. We can use 3.5 and cdx dot stroke. Nope. Stroke cdx dot restore. Let's check this out. Look, we are doing great. Now the next one is this line, the line for high level. So for that, let's define this one. So this is for the line for high. So line 2 and then space left 2 lines to this one. Great. So next one is this line, the average line of very high and high. For that, let's use this is very high and high average line to top very high line. Let's check that. Great. Now it's this one, the line for target range, so which starts from here to the end of the chart. So for that we need, let's move to, here is space left to lines, and this is line start point. So move to the space left to lines and top to middle of top to middle of the target range. Yeah, middle of target range, and this is end point, and here line 2. Yeah, sorry, and here left plus width. Okay, great. Another one is for, yeah, this line is for low and very low, so it's as simple as like we did for very high and high, same thing. So yeah, let's go. Low line start point, so it shows that space lines to left to top middle of low. Don't we have for that? Let's check top to middle of low range. Yeah, okay, here it is. Okay, and then we need to end that, is the end point, and line 2, then left plus width, half of the width, this one, and next one is line 2 and okay, let's check that. Great. But here, yeah, so we do not need to move from low to the middle of very low. We need to move from low like to the bottomest line that we defined previously. So let's go here. We need some fix here to bottomest point, and here bottomest point. Great, that's wonderful. Now next line is the average line for very low and low. So we need to make this has to be line to, this must be top to middle low range. This for this, and check that now. Great. Next one is something like this one. I mean, the pointer for very low. For this one, we will use similar property for the less than 5. And that should be method move to, and then the coordinate. It should be left plus width, no, bar width, bar width, half of the bar width actually, and then top plus the height. Our next move is so line to left, and then bar width of it to then bottommost point, kind of minus 10 pixels, because let's try this out first. Line to left, bar width, bar width plus space bar to lines, and the post. Look, so this thing is connected because we need more properties for this one. As you can see, the bottommost line is not the same as these lines are not connected, so we need to subtract like 10 pixels for this one. We're done drawing the lines. Next we will proceed to drawing the exact labels, like very high, and the percentiles. Great.